For arm day, I'm including shoulders, so I start with these lateral raises. It's a good one to warm up just the entire shoulder. You know, the shoulder is made up of like these three different parts, the rear delts, the laterals, and the anterior delts, so it's kind of hard to target all three of those. The lateral raise is going to be your best option for just kind of opening everything up and like waking up the shoulders. I kept these pretty light. Moderate to light. I wanted to get between 10 and 15 reps, where at the 15th rep I'm kind of starting to fatigue a little bit. And I treated all these shoulder exercises like a superset. Again, you don't have to do that. You can just take them one by one, but I went from the lateral raises into face pulls. Now these are going to target the back of the shoulders or the rear delts. So it couples good with a lateral raise or like a shoulder press because it's like hitting a different part of the shoulder. So I kept those a little heavier. I made those a little heavier, so I was shooting between 8 and 10 reps that time, fatiguing around the 10th rep. And then I went into these Arnold presses. I really like this movement. I like taking them slow and bringing the elbows in front and kind of controlling the shoulder the entire movement. I feel like just kind of opening everything up like that, it's good for your shoulder mobility, and it's a little harder. And yeah, I just kind of feel that a little more than just the front of my shoulders where I would feel like a normal shoulder press. All right, so I did that whole sequence 3 times. And then I went on to biceps and triceps, and I started with an overhead tricep extension. I set that up on the cable machine. I feel like I get the best stretch in my triceps on the cable machine. Try to find a seat or a bench and just bring it up to the machine. Get the weight pretty light so you can get used to kind of finagling, pardon my French, the cable behind your head and just get used to that movement. But I think you'll like that one. Or you could just do that with a dumbbell or something like skull crushers. And then from that I went to my first bicep movement, which is the spider curl. This is kind of like a preacher curl because your elbows are in front. I really like these as well. Get a good stretch and good bicep isolation because the body isn't able to like swing or help in any way. So this is really good. I like doing this on the cable machine too, or just on an incline bench, laying on it with a barbell or dumbbells. That works as well. And then, oh man, some freaking burglar broke into the house and took my shirt, but I had to continue the workout, so I kept going. With these tricep push downs. First tricep move was overhead, so now I wanted a tricep move that was downward. And this is a really classic one. I like using the rope because I like having something to pull apart. I feel like it isolates each individual tricep a little bit better. So I did 8 to 10 reps of those 3 times, and I supersetted those with these rope hammer curls. For these, you keep your hands like this, kind of in a neutral position, and you focus on the forearms, the biceps, and you can usually pick up a little more weight with these. So try to keep these heavier and get a big squeeze at the top and slowly lower down. I really like this movement, so supersetted those. And then we went to these tricep kickbacks. So for triceps, we've done an overhead, we've done a down. Now I want to do a back. And that's hitting that third head of the tricep. It's all the way up here, really good. So I like doing these on the cable machine. You can do them with dumbbells, but it is kind of hard to get your back in a good flat position, especially if you're just starting out. So the cable is good because you can hold on to the machine for a little bit of support. You can still straighten your back and activate your core the way you're supposed to, but this will also just enable you to perform that movement. And with the cable machine, you have constant tension throughout. It's a really good one. Go light for those. So for these, I upped it back to 10 to 15 reps per each side. And then I supersetted that with these incline curls. So now the elbows are back. Earlier they were in front. Again, this is kind of a different position on the biceps. This is the other head. Biceps have 2 heads, the short head and the long head. This is kind of more for the long head, where this is for the short head. So big stretch here. So using the cables again. Just got this cable machine like a week ago, so been playing around with it. So nice to have. If your gym has a cable machine, there's just so much you can do with that. I may do a separate video on just all of the cable exercise variations that I've done over the years, because yeah, you can use this for so much. could be the only thing in the gym and you would be fine, especially if it has a pull-up bar on it. Okay, so I did those, and then this is like my burnout. I did some chin-ups, just 3 sets till fatigue, and I supersetted those with, gotta do a little abs, so I did these leg raises. I do these a few times a week. It is my favorite ab movement, and I think if you're gonna be consistent with anything, with any movement, I would say these, maybe pull-ups, but if like, you know, you're focused on getting your core really strong and having those abs pop a little bit, get good at doing these. It's gonna suck at first, it'll still suck when you're good at them, but I don't think there's anything better for the abs than this movement. Okay, and then make sure to pet your dog. As many reps as possible. It may be hard to lift your arms afterward, but they deserve it because they're good boys and girls. All right, so hopefully I went through that a little quicker. I'll keep doing this though. Let me know if you want to see something else, or if you're liking these, if you'd be okay with them being a little longer. I'm going to try to keep them shorter for now because I just know that's usually how people prefer their videos on these platforms, so I'll try to speed through it. But I also do want to explain authentically, you know, why I work out this way and why I think it's good for you too. So yeah, thanks for taking the time. You didn't have to watch the whole video, but if you did, I really appreciate that, and it does not go unnoticed. And I hope everything is going great for you and your family, and yeah, let's just keep making this as good a year as possible. All right, have a good night. Bye.